Welcome back, Time to Shine, and we are thrilled to be joined by Buffalo Bills defensive back, my guy, Josh Norman. And Josh, tell us about your foundation, Stars 24, the new teen center, opening this week in your hometown.
Yes, Adam, appreciate you for having me on. The Stars 24 Teen Center has been something ever since I first came into the league, and it was basically started to give kids an outlet, a safe haven they can go to, where they won't be, on the streets and get into any kind of gang-related violence or activities that's being recruited by, those gang lords. That was in Greenwood, South Carolina during that time. We started it back in 2012, and it's basically a bunch of community events that we held, but we didn't have a physical location to where we can, say, a building-wise. And then some 5 years later, we just kept going, and then ended up, 3 years ago, meeting the BGCA, Boys Club of America, one of the biggest organizations that's doing it out there, over 168 years of experience, and they partnered up with us, and our vision, our dream of having a center in our hometown started to come true. So we ended up groundbreaking on the 19th, 2019, pre-COVID, and ended up now coming in at 21, so not 10 years later from when we started, by the ribbon cutting, coming up on the 26th on Friday. So it's been a journey, but I must say it has been quite a fun ride, being able to do it with the crew we was able to do it with, and then the teams that was able to come through in and out during the programming that we had going on through all those years. It's going to be a grand time, but we're going to make sure everyone is safe and they're having a more respectful time, because we are still in COVID, so we got to make sure everybody is doing the proper protocols, and we're going to have a fun-filled event.
That's great, and really just beautiful work. Mazel tov. It's amazing what you're doing, and you should be commended for it. Josh, what was this season like for you? Your first year with the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, new team, new city, in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, well, you hear about Buffalo often throughout everybody that's going through free agency, and then you see them, and then you hear about their fans and how they fanatics and how they always, giving the opponents all problems. But we didn't get to see that this season, but we got to hear it a little bit through socials during the pandemic, so it was quite different. But being able to be there and see everything happening and going through it all, I must say it's a really nice place, a cool place to be. It really is. The guys are passionate. They are very much so a part of that community, and the community is a part of them. You can look at it as like a college town, and the team is their team that they're rooting and showing up for game in and game out. It don't matter what it is. So when we was able to, get a playoff game at home, listen, it was 6,700 people. It felt like 67,000.
Wow.
They was rocking. Yeah, man. They was rocking in that stands. And I must say, they are very much so proud of the team that they have, and why not? We was on a roll this year. We was able to get to the AFC Championship game. We didn't cap that off, but we was able to get there in a very long time. And so you got to tip your hats off to all the hard work those men are doing.
So you signed a one-year deal. You're going to be an unrestricted free agent. Sean McDermott's your guy going back to Carolina. Would you like to be back in Buffalo?
Hey, the opportunity presents itself. God willing, who knows where, it may take us. But, hey, I'm here. I'll be here. And when the time comes, wherever it may be, yeah, let's sign us up and let's get going. I think it's something special that the team has with this youth, and how they are able to have that much more experience by getting into that game and seeing what that looks like. And now coming back hungrier this off season to be able to put in that work. So there's only one mission, and that's to win the ship. And listen, I'm a part of whomever on that mindset. That's what mindset I'm on. I've been on that ever since I stepped onto this field. So this is my 10th year. I'm super excited about what may come before me and my future, and we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
If it's not Buffalo, what would you be looking for in free agency?
A contender. Like I said, I'm open and I'm very willing. But a contender is something that I'd definitely be fighting for, being able to be on to help someone get to that next level, because there's a lot of stuff we still got left in this tank that we want to get out. And somebody's going to really much, need that going into that stretch and going into those games where, experience matters the most. When you see it and when you saw it and you've been in it, you know what that looks like, you know what it feels like. Heck, you even know what it smells like. So it's one of those things where you can get really excited, your bloods get, boiling for it, because you just want that competitive drive, because you want that championship. You want to hoist the Lombardi trophy. That's what it's all about in the end. And I just can't, be more excited about this opportunity that we're going to be presented with.
Josh, you played against Carson Wentz during your time in Washington. What was your reaction with the Wentz trade to Indianapolis? That's how we started the show today. I think he could get back to his MVP form. What's your take?
Well, listen, you want to, wish the best for anybody who's, making a transition from one team to another. You never want to see anybody, have a down year or a down time, except when you playing them, of course. But he's definitely a guy that can do it at the highest level of this league. He's shown that. He's proven that. And I don't think they would have gave him the numbers that they gave him if he wasn't that guy. And so he was able to go out to Indianapolis and show that they have a really good team. I'm telling you, those guys are young. They're fast, and they have some veterans on there that can get after that football. Their defense is something special, and their offense will be something to be reckoned with. And with that running back, man, he's a special kid. So they have talent all across the board, and it's just now they have a quarterback at the helm that can probably take them where they need to go, and we'll see what happens. It's the league. Anything can go any given Sunday. So we don't know, but you wish the best to him and tip your hats off to the kid, and let's see what he can do.
Josh, I think that J.J. Watt, who recently became a free agent after he had a parting of the ways with the Houston Texans, I think he would be a rock star in Buffalo. I think that he could be a missing piece for the Bills. I think Bills Mafia would love him. What kind of addition would J.J. Watt be to the Buffalo Bills?
Well, he'll be an interior force. That's for sure. Dermot loved them D linemen, boy, I tell you. Love an interior force guy that can get to that ball and wreak havoc. I think this defense is set up for a guy like that to come in and be special to play on that line, because I know Eric Washington, he's a guy that, will take a defensive lineman and just make him into better than he already is. And J.J. Watt is, who do you think can coach a guy like that to be better than what he is? But hey, get a hold of Eric Washington. It's a difference maker for sure. A lot of guys can probably tell you that, but they're a formidable team up front, and so who knows what may happen. But if winning is in the blood, I don't see why you would look too far than them.